Step 11 is putting all the other steps into action, basically. So let's have a look at how I've broken it down. This step is comprised of the following 5 components. First, stay on purpose and continue to utilise our unique talents to serve the highest good of all we encounter. Okay, so the message of this part is simple: stay on purpose. Okay, it's important because sometimes you hear people say, oh, you know, I've just come out of a 2-year down period because I lost my way. All we're saying here is remind yourself on a daily basis what you love to do in life and do it. To stay on purpose is not it's not a chore, because your purpose should be something that you literally love to do. So staying on purpose is important to your well-being. It's important to your happiness. Okay. Commune with your indwelling divinity on a daily basis. Okay. What we're saying here is take some time out for meditation, really. And when we say indwelling divinity, I would again substitute that phrase with anything that suits you or anything that suits your clients. We could use, again, we could use soul, we could use our inner alchemist if we want. You know, that would be a sensible one to. But if you've got a problem, you know, make the intention that you're going to go within. You're going to find your guardian angel, you're going to find the inner alchemist, you're going to find your God, you're going to find your higher self. Whatever phrase suits you, use. But have that intention to go within and communicate with that higher power. And make that a daily practice. Okay, the third part. Right. This is frequently absorb inspirational literature with the objective reprogram our mind. Remember, a destructive mind is a polluted mind. It's full of negativity. So you're going to find in a destructive mind, you're going to get negative pictures and you're going to get negative voices. When I say voices, I mean in thought forms. They're not particularly sounds, but we refer to them as sounds for ease. Okay. What we do when we take on inspirational literature, we start to fill our mind with positivity. So by reading, I don't know, an inspirational poem or reading something, you know, it might be an article on somebody who's inspired you. By doing that, we're filling our mind with positivity. So reading inspirational literature, that has been one of the great advantages that I've applied to my own life. I absorbed vast amounts of literature, positive literature, and I found that so rewarding. Not only that, I got so many insights into the mechanisms of, you know, our mind and spiritual techniques that can enhance our life. So there's many things. Anything that you find inspirational or anything you find interesting that has a positive influence on your life, read. I've given some examples in the book. There's some poems in there. There's some phrases, like the one from Patanjali about life purpose. So there's lots of information there. Okay. Okay, the next part, which we haven't covered, it's in the book, we will cover, is about transmitting your intentions. This is really important, I think, because when we intend something, we put it out there. Let's think about a collective consciousness, that we know that quantum physics tells us, and our wise forefathers said, that there's an underlying principle at our most primordial level. There is no separation. There is a field of consciousness, if we want to put it, that connects us all. And what we're doing when we make our intentions, or pray is another word for that, we're putting our intentions into that field of possibility, if you like. That field that connects us all together. You know, science can tell us now what we perceive to be space is teeming with intelligence. So we know that although our physical senses give us a distorted view of the you know, of the world, and we perceive ourselves as being separate entities. Really, we're all connected. And when we make our intentions, we're putting our thoughts and ideas and our needs and wants, we're putting them out there into that network of consciousness. And the flip side to that, when we do that, we should sit and listen to what comes back. That might be from within us. None of us really know that. It could be from out there somewhere or other. You know, it could be something that transcends human life. It could be from the spiritual world. We don't know. You know, we don't advocate any of them. It's up to a person's personal belief, basically. But one thing is, when we pray or when we intend something, we don't just leave it at that. We should come back and we should listen for the answers, whether they come from within, whether they come from another domain that, you know, resides beyond the physical domain, whatever our belief system allows for. But let's listen. Making intentions is again, and also it focuses the mind on that which we need or that which we want. Okay, it makes the mind sharp in many ways. Right. And again, continually affirm positive statements. Regularly nourish your mind with affirmations. So again, it's good sometimes, you know, to remind yourself that you are deserving of the best in life. To say that you are creative. To just, if you like, when you've had if you had a polluted pond, you'd want to get that pollution out, and you would want to clarify that water. And what we're doing here, in many ways, is we're dropping into the pond of our mind, if you like, ideas, positive notions that ripple, have a rippling out effect, like throwing a pebble into water. When we throw a positive affirmation into our mind, it has that rippling effect and affects the whole of our being. So, you know, one of the things, along with positive affirmations, is to check yourself every time you're going to condemn yourself as well. That's about living life consciously. A lot of people go through life saying, oh, I'm stupid, or I'm this, I'm that. That's fine if you want to reprogram your mind negatively. You know, keep doing them. They're negative affirmations. You know, and people do them unconsciously. But we're not going to do that now, because we're living life consciously. If we come to put ourselves down, condemn ourselves, then we should, if we're living life consciously, we should be able to stop it, become aware of it. If it happens once or twice, become aware of it, and make a conscious effort to stop it next time round. But the positive affirmations of step 11, again, are really important. We're talking here about moving from a malleable self that is conditioned by other people, and that becomes a negative self because it gets negatively conditioned. Then we're talking about looking for the inner alchemist, that transformative element of our psyche, and transforming the negatively conditioned self into our optimal self. And all of these steps are designed to take us from that journey, from that malleable self to the negative, well, not to the negatively conditioned self, but from there to the optimal self. Okay. So I have put here some exercises as well for step 11. There's some affirmation exercises, and I'm saying here an affirmation is a statement which leaves an imprint on our unconscious mind. Okay, so there's some affirmations I've put here, like, today I will use my imagination to create the future I desire. Okay, and just reminding ourselves of that on a daily basis. Today I will nurture the child within. In other words, today I will practice self-love. Today I will stay on purpose. You know, nothing will knock me off track. Step 11 basically is the practice of steps 4 through to 9 on a daily basis when appropriate. So, you know, there might be certain times during that day you'll feel that one of the particular steps, it might be that you're feeling bad about yourself and you think, oh, step 6 tells me to love myself. That's what I need right now. So you might go meditate on the inner child, and you might praise the inner child and fill it with love. There's that side to it. You might think of all the good things you intend to do for other people. You know. Also, you might want to sit in and you might want to commune with your indwelling divinity or your higher self, or that part of you that's unblemished, that's wise. So there's lots and lots in there.